Sunday Igboho. Òòṣà tí ló ń péjọ. Àkàndá èèyàn táyé ń péjọ. Àwọn yẹ́kẹ́ lórí ọmọ Ìbàdàn nílé Olúyọ̀lé. Mo kọ́ ní mọ̀kọ́lù, mo kọ́ mẹ́lẹ́ pápálà kọ́lù pé mo wá forí mi àtẹ̀mí lórí tí ò níye. Ibi ìpáyé wa ń ṣe mọ̀mọ́ kìíní tí pé ìmúra òde òní ó máa tún yà tọ̀bí lórí. Àwọn yẹ́kẹ́ lórí ọmọ Ìbàdàn nílé Olúyọ̀lé. Mo kọ́ ní mọ̀kọ́lù, mo kọ́ mẹ́lẹ́ pápálà kọ́lù pé mo wá forí mi àtẹ̀mí lórí tí ò níye. Ibi ìpáyé wa ń ṣe mọ̀mọ́ kìíní tí pé ìmúra òde òní ó máa tún yà tọ̀bí lóde. Mo wá ń fèsì, àwùyẹ mo wá ń fèsì. Ìpè àgbàdá ńlá, ó yẹ lọ́gà lọ́gà. Ẹ̀wù gẹ̀rẹ́gẹ̀, ó yẹ lóye lóye. Ilé ẹgbẹ́ ńlá, ọmọ ẹgbẹ́ ẹ̀mọ́. Tàǹdà nílé, ẹ má bá wa ká lọ. Ẹgbẹ́ fojú di, òòṣà àgbọ̀nà lè kó. Olórí fojú kiri, ọ̀rọ̀ ti bẹ́ẹ̀ lọ máa ń bẹ̀rẹ̀. Sunday Igboho, òòṣà tí ló ń péjọ. Ọ̀ṣà mẹ́rin tí ló ń péjọ sí. Àkàndá èèyàn táyé ń péjọ. Àkàndá èèyàn táyé ń péjọ máa. Igboho òòṣà ọmọ ẹ̀kú mọ́. Ó ti ẹ̀ka ń já má dáná ogun. Ó kọjá ẹni èèyàn kì í tó sàbí ẹni ń perí. Tí ó bá wá mi kàn, akíkanjú ńlẹ̀ ọkùnrin ogun, ọkùnrin wàwá wówó. Ẹnì kẹ́kẹ́ níye. Òun bẹ̀rẹ̀ àjò tún bẹ nílé àkàndá òòṣà tó ń bá fẹ́fẹ́ ṣiṣẹ́. Òun ní kọ̀ǹda ẹlẹ́rù nínú ilé ẹrù jẹjẹ nílẹ̀ jílẹ̀ ní Sunday. Òòṣà tí ojú mu jẹ́ olótìtọ́. Bàbá Adéyẹmọ, ìyá ló fi tó bẹ̀rẹ̀ jẹ́. Ìdáwó lọ sí méjì, ó ṣẹ́ni mú tó ní kókó kan. Ọ̀kadà òun àti bàbá ọ̀ṣẹ́ Adẹ́rẹ́ ẹlẹ́sà ẹ̀rù sí. Ó ti rá ẹni fojú di. Òòṣà àgbọ̀nà lè kó. Obìnrin fojú di. Ọ̀rọ̀ ti bẹ́ẹ̀ ló máa ń bẹ̀rẹ̀. Sunday Igboho, òòṣà tí ló ń péjọ. Ọ̀ṣà mẹ́rin tí ló ń péjọ sí. Àkàndá èèyàn táyé ń péjọ. Àkàndá èèyàn táyé ń péjọ máa. Ọmọ Adéyẹmọ, alábìsà fọ́jà ayé tilẹ̀ ìlú Júbírí. Ó kúrò ní mọ́lẹ̀ lòdì dúdú. Ọmọ òkúta mẹ́ta Ìgbòho, ó yájú ní òye kú tó dáyé. Òòṣà àbẹ̀wò tí ayé ti ti ìyá Àkàndá. Kìnìún tó kẹ̀kẹ́ bá jalè ògbó kojú. Òòṣà tí ó ṣe é tọpinpin láàdìsá. Ẹni wádìí ẹ̀wádìí ayé. Obìnrin tó kú ọ̀gbọ̀n wá yọjú. Ṣé ẹni kẹ́kọ̀ọ́ fi kú ṣeré ni ó fi kú ṣe fà ó wá gbé? Gbogbo ìkúrí sábà pa àpàgbẹ́dọ̀ jẹ tó bá ti kú èrè Sunday Igboho. Ẹni má jẹ́ ìgbésẹ̀ra, òòṣà má jẹ́ ìgbésẹ̀ra, alábìsà má jẹ́ ìgbésẹ̀ra, àti èèyàn táyé ń pè mọ́. Ẹni fojú di, òòṣà àgbọ̀nà lè kó. Obìnrin fojú di, ọ̀rọ̀ mi bẹ́ẹ̀ ló máa ń bẹ̀rẹ̀. Sunday Igboho, òòṣà tí ló ń péjọ. Ọ̀ṣà mẹ́rin tí ló ń péjọ sí. Àkàndá èèyàn táyé ń péjọ. Àkàndá èèyàn táyé ń péjọ máa. Ọmọdé kú yìí ó kò kojú ẹ̀yìn. Ọjọ́ bá lòdì wẹ́rẹ́ máa ń pa ní ọ̀rọ̀ Sunday kọ́ o. Òròmọdì yẹn tó bá fojú di àṣà Sunday. Kò ní kọ̀lágbà kú kékeré. Ojú kójú ò ṣe fi ògbówó. Ojú kan bá dẹ̀ wò sí fọ́lọ́ máa fọ́. Báwa burú lọ́kàn sí Sunday. Ẹ̀mí tó lóru ẹ̀ àgbọ̀jọ́ òkú. Àpáta ńlá ni kò ṣe dárí sọ bó ní ìjọba ìgboyà tó forí sọ. Fífọ́ lórí ọ̀hún máa fọyán dà. Sunday ló ń ṣá, abẹ́rẹ́ ní máa ṣàbọ̀ òṣèlú. Ewu ńlá ní Sunday fọ́dà burú. Tó bá ti ń gbọ̀ngàn yá bẹ̀rẹ̀. Orí ẹni fojú di. Òòṣà àgbọ̀nà lè kó. Lóbìnrin fojú di. Ọ̀rọ̀
Again. No going back. Igboho òòṣà. Iṣẹ́ rẹ̀ tẹ̀síwájú. Mr. Koiki ẹ ṣé o, àwọn ọmọ ló kí o. Àwọn ọmọ ló kí o. Lágbára Ọlọ́run, a máa délé rí o lórúkọ Jésù. Yorùbá nation.
Mo kí gbogbo ara níbikíbi tí ẹ bá ti ń darapọ̀ mọ́ wa tí ẹ ti ń gbọ́ wa. Lákọ̀ọ́kọ́ ẹ má bínú pé I have to let that music to play so that we can have the energy to kickstart the program. Let me assure gbogbo ọmọ Yorùbá tó ń gbọ́ mi lálẹ́ yìí ní aago 10:00 èní ní on the 4th. There is no need fún gbogbo wa ká wà panic. Kò sẹ́ni reason pé ká káyà wa sókè. Ẹ jẹ́ ká kó àyà wa wá sísàlẹ̀. Lótìtọ́ lódodo láti bí wákàtí 5 sí 6 títí di wákàtí ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ ló ti kẹ́mi sókè. Bọ́ mo fẹ́ fi dá wa lójú gẹ́gẹ́ bí àṣẹ tí Elédùmarè fún mi, gẹ́gẹ́ bí àṣẹ tó wà lọ́wọ́ mi látẹnu bàbá wa olóyè Dr. Sunday Igboho. There is no cause for alarm. Let me put it on record. A dúpẹ́ fún the President of Benin Republic, Patrick Talon, for showing a lot of concern, not just for the person in question, but for the integrity tí Benin Republic ṣì ní, ẹ jẹ́ ká rántí pé Chief has been in Benin Republic going to almost 2 years now. And since he has been in Benin Republic, Patrick Talon, the president of Benin Republic, have proven continuously to be a man of his word. And tonight, I can tell everyone around the world that security around Dr. Oloye Sunday Igboho has been increased to a more full capacity. So, lálẹ́ yìí, a kàn máa mẹ́nu bà ọ̀rọ̀ tó ń bẹ tó wà nílẹ̀. Òun náà ni ọ̀rọ̀ kí ló tún fa tí Buhari, he has about 3 weeks tó fi lọ. Kí ló lè wà behind the push láti ní kí wọ́n withdraw security Chief Sunday Igboho? Lẹ́ẹ̀kan sí, let me say thank you so much to the President of Benin Republic, Patrick Talon, once again. Orúkọ mi ni Ọláyọmí Kóìkì, tí gbogbo yín mọ̀ sí Koiki Media. And as we all know, I am also privileged to have a very, very important position as the spokesman for Dr. Chief Sunday Igboho. And if anything that you would hear from all our other media is as authentic as whatever I will be saying tonight. But one thing is, nígbà tí news yẹn break out, I had the privilege on the spot during my live transmission in the afternoon. I gave him a call and it was fine. And after the program, he called me back. And I had a bit of brief. Not all the brief needs to go into the public consumption. But in tí Chief ní kí n jẹ́ kí gbogbo ọmọ Yorùbá mọ̀ ni pé President Buhari ó make effort láti jẹ́ kí Benin Republic kó withdraw security tí wọ́n fún wọn. Ẹ gbọ́ mi dáadáa. The President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria is making a lot of effort so that Benin Republic can withdraw the security that Chief has been given since Chief was detained after the federal government had his name on a list that eventually had him stopped. Lẹ́ẹ̀kan sí, ẹ jẹ́ kí n jẹ́ kí gbogbo wa mọ̀ pé the fight tí Chief ń jà tó fi di pé Chief has been in Benin Republic is not his own fight. Kò ń ṣe pé Chief kò gbéra ní ọ̀sánjọ́ kan ló ní òun fẹ́ jà. Ìjà tó ń jà is not a fight for himself. It's a fight that is justifiable. We are not talking about a fight that has any kind of ammunition here. We are talking about a fight to the right to self-determination, which Chief Dr. Sunday Igboho, aka Igboho Sha, has all the right, let me repeat again, all the right in this world, because it is a legitimate fight. The federal government might not be pleased with that. The federal government might not be comfortable with such a fight. Again, according to the United Nations, the right to self-determination will not just be respected by the government, it would also be respected under the human right of Dr. Sunday Igboho. He has his own human right. And for those that probably do not understand what is human right, we will take you through it a little bit tonight. But let's send a message back to the federal government of President Muhammadu Buhari that whatever mission that they are planning, so that when they withdraw Chief Sunday Igboho security, they can then use that opportunity to also invade Benin Republic. That would be a crime that the federal government is committing, because when the government attack Chief Sunday Igboho inside Benin Republic, whether through proxies, whether through whatever means, it then literally means that the Nigerian government have invaded Benin Republic under the international law. Let me put this clearly again to federal government of Nigeria. Your mission has failed, and it has not just only failed, we are also still saying to the international community that for the period of time tí Chief Sunday Igboho máa fi wà ní Benin Republic until when he is ready to have his access to move to a country of his choice or return back to his own fatherland, the federal government must respect two things about Chief Sunday Igboho: his right as an indigenous person under the United Nations Declaration on the Right of Indigenous People. And indigenous people classify that Chief Sunday Igboho, doctor, is under that particular right. Also, the federal government of Nigeria under President Muhammadu Buhari must also respect that not just only as an indigenous person, Chief Sunday, Dr. Igboho also have the right under the United Nations human rights system. And let me quickly touch on the human rights in just a brief. These rights gives life, gives protection, gives whatever can take to protect and safeguard an activist that is not a criminal, which Benin Republic has adhered to, because Benin Republic is working in line with the Geneva Convention of the United Nations Human Rights. But it seems that the federal government of Nigeria is still thinking, as Buhari was able to kidnap, rendition the Nnamdi Kanu from Kenya to Nigeria. Let's take back again that as well, that in the 80s, as a military dictator, President Muhammadu Buhari, then as a military dictator, attempted to kidnap Umaru Diko from London. That mission failed. And we are still putting it again out there. Buhari has less than 3 weeks. Whatever the military in Nigeria are preparing, they should not involve Benin Republic and the safety of Dr. Chief Sunday Igboho as he remains in Benin Republic under safety protection. Chief Sunday Igboho has a safety protection which also guarantee his safety as he remains in Benin Republic. But the federal government are preparing their own little ways of whatever they are preparing. But we must say it clearly. Say it clearly that the human right that Chief Sunday Igboho has the privilege to enjoy in Benin Republic under the President Patrick Talon, President Buhari and his government should not make Benin Republic and Nigeria to start talking under a criminal activities that the Abuja under Buhari are preparing. Like I said, there's a lot of information that we are not going to reveal, but according to what we have, Buhari and his government are preparing all kind of destruction in their heart so that they will portray Chief Sunday Igboho as a criminal. They've tried every means and it has failed. Buhari is still trying the last part. Not just Buhari, also the incoming president, Bola Tinubu, is also working in line with all these that is happening as we have the information. Let me state clearly to both the president-elect, Bola Tinubu, and Buhari to take extreme caution so that Benin Republic do not have to take Nigeria as a country to the International Criminal Court. Because the reason why Chief Sunday Doctor is enjoying that human right in Benin Republic is because Benin is following the guideline under the United Nations. The right of indigenous people that Dr. Chief Sunday Igboho is enjoying have over the past 3 decades, that's about almost 30 years, become an important component of international law and policy. And as a result of the movement driven by indigenous people, which is what Chief Sunday Igboho has fallen to, because he's not fighting because of any other reason than the fact that as an indigenous people that have been subjugated, that have been marginalized, that has also been captured under these human rights law, the federal government would respect that and would not make any attempt to do otherwise. The United Nations human rights system that Chief Sunday Igboho is enjoying presently is not because he's enjoying it, it is part of the right under the United Nations. And this was adopted in 2007 at the United Nations General Assembly. President Buhari should not truncate the last part of the 3 weeks as he's going to be exiting as the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. He should not leave the amenity that might lead to where the Benin Republic government and the future relationship with Nigeria would also have a lot of issues based on Dr. Chief Sunday Igboho. Like I said, the United Nations have made it known clearly that human rights system, its mechanism, laws and policies have been at the heart of this development, with the bodies such as United Nations and the Working Group on Indigenous Populations playing a groundbreaking role. which is continued by the Human Rights Council and its mechanism in cooperation with other key actors like what Dr. Chief Sunday Igboho is enjoying presently in Benin Republic, including the United Nations Permanent Forum on Indigenous Issues. The issue on the ground between federal government and Dr. Chief Sunday Igboho has been won in Ibadan court already. Damages were meant to pay to the tune of 20 billion naira. The federal government has not done anything to such of that money or the case. Likewise, two individuals, those close to Chief Sunday Igboho, were not just only killed. The two bodies, their rights as dead individuals have not been respected by the federal government of Nigeria. And that literally means that as I speak to you all today, which is the 4th day of May 2023, Alhaji Adogon to my left-hand side and Alhaji Fatai to my right-hand side were both assassinated by President Muhammadu Buhari and his government right inside the southwest part of Nigeria in Ibadan precisely. These all happened at the invasion of Dr. Chief Sunday Igboho's home in Soka. Today, we don't know why the federal government of President Buhari have refused a proper burial to these two individuals because the bodies are still with the federal government. So any attempt that the government is providing, because there's a lot of movement going on between Nigeria and Benin Republic, and we are monitoring all this, but we are saying it right to the international community that the federal government of President Buhari is making all attempts on the life of Dr. Chief Sunday Igboho as we speak tonight. But I can assure every one of us that security has been beefed up by the government of Benin Republic, and there is now extra security that would also mean that visitation and those around him would continue to be vetted very well before approaching this individual. We do know, according to the United Nations, that there are some individuals that need to be protected. Not just protected, they have to be guided, and Chief Sunday Igboho has fallen into that category as well. One thing is, 2007, while the General Assembly adopted the human right is what Chief Sunday Igboho is enjoying today. And like I said, fún gbogbo ọmọ káàárọ̀ oòjíire tó ń gbọ́ mi, lótìtọ́ lódodo ni kò ń ṣe pé wọ́n ní wọ́n sọ, àmọ́ a nídìí láti kó àyà wa sókè nítorí pé ìjọba Benin Republic gbogbo ohun tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe gẹ́gẹ́ bí ìdáàbò tí wọ́n fún bàbá wa Dr. Sunday Igboho òun ni wọ́n ń ṣe. Gbogbo ohun tó yẹ kó mójútó òun náà lọ mójútó, àmọ́ kí ló lè fa ohun tí irú ọ̀rọ̀ tí ó ń jáde pé Buhari àti àwọn ìjọba ẹ̀ àti ìjọba tó fẹ́ wọlé wọ́n ń ṣe ìgbìyànjú láti jẹ́ kí Benin Republic kó withdraw security tó fún bàbá wa Dr. Sunday Igboho. Wọ́n dẹ̀ ti mọ̀ pé tó bá ti lè rìlíìsì àwọn amófin tó ń ṣọ́ Dr. Olóyè Sunday Igboho, á jẹ́ pé àwọn máa gbé ìgbésẹ̀ tí wọ́n ní lọ́kàn. Bí ti ṣe sọ, gbogbo ọ̀rọ̀ kan ni a máa fi síta, bọ́ èyí tó ṣe pàtàkì tó ṣe kókó tá a fẹ́ jẹ́ kí gbogbo ọmọ Yorùbá mọ̀ ni pé ní n tí ẹ̀rí wà fún ìjọba Benin, wọ́n fi tó wa létí pé Buhari ó ń gbìyànjú lọ́tùn lósì pé kí wọ́n yọ security tí wọ́n fún olóyè Sunday Igboho. Mo tún wá ń sọ fún gbogbo ọmọ Yorùbá tó ń gbọ́ mi pé ẹ jẹ́ ká túbọ̀ fi ọkàn wa balẹ̀, àmọ́ kí ẹ̀mí wa wà pẹ̀lú olóyè. Àlàáfíà ni bàbá wa, bí ti ṣe sọ, a ti sọ̀rọ̀ bí ẹ̀mẹ́ta lénìí. Ìtọ́dẹ̀ jẹ́ kí n jáde ni pé a ti fi fọ́nrán kan síta tẹ́lẹ̀ nígbà tí ọ̀rọ̀ yẹn jáde, àmọ́ nítorí pé ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ wa ṣì ń gbọ́ oríṣiríṣi awuyewuye, gbogbo àwọn mídíà wa tí a dúpẹ́ fún tí wọ́n ti jáde tí wọ́n ti ń sọ̀rọ̀ lé ọ̀rọ̀ yìí. Ọ̀rọ̀ tí à ń sọ yìí, bàbá olóyè Dr. Sunday Igboho kì í ṣe ọ̀daràn, bẹ́ẹ̀ kì í ṣe ẹni tí wọ́n ń wá ní àgbáyé. Ẹ jẹ́ ká kọ́kọ́ mú yẹn dání sọ́wọ́. In tó ń fa sábàbí tí wọ́n fi wà níbi tó wà kò ju pé ìjọba Nàìjíríà fẹ́ ṣe ikú pa wọ́n sínú ilé wọn. Kí ló lè máa wá fà á tó fi di pé ìjọba Buhari tó ní bí ọ̀sẹ̀ mẹ́ta tó máa fi parí gọ́ọ̀mẹ̀ntì, ṣé wọ́n ń prepare kù ni tó wá fẹ́ fi di pé wọ́n tún fẹ́ líǹkì yẹn mọ́ in tó wà ní Benin, nítorí pé ẹ̀rí mú dájú pé bí nǹkan ṣe ń lọ nínú oṣù yìí, ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ nǹkan ló lè ṣẹlẹ̀. Àmọ́ kí ìjọba Buhari kó má líǹkì gbogbo tí àwọn military bá ń prepare lọ́dọ̀ tiwọn, kó má tún líǹkì ẹ̀ pẹ̀lú èyí tó ti ṣe kalẹ̀ gẹ́gẹ́ bí in tí a ti gbé wọn lọ sí International Criminal Court, because ẹjọ́ ń bẹ ní court tí a gbé ìjọba Buhari lọ. Irú ẹjọ́ wo la gbé ìjọba Buhari lọ? Kò ń ṣe Buhari nìkan la gbé lọ sí court. Gbogbo àwọn tó jẹ́ bíi amòfin tó ń bẹ lábẹ́ náà ni wọ́n wà lára àwọn tí a fi ẹ̀sùn kàn lọ́ndà òfin àgbáyé tí a mọ̀ sí International Criminal Court. 3 weeks, ọ̀sẹ̀ mẹ́ta ló kù tíjọba yìí máa fi parí. Kí ni ìjọba yìí tún wá tó fi di pé wọ́n gbé ẹsẹ̀ láti sọ fún Benin Republic pé kó yọ security tí wọ́n fún Ìgbòho kúrò? Nítorí pé tó bá ti withdraw security, á jẹ́ pé Ìgbòho wà open to anything tó lè ṣẹlẹ̀ tí a gbàdúrà ẹ̀. Àmọ́ ẹ jẹ́ kí n rán wa létí pé gbàrà tí wọ́n lọ sílé Dr. Chief Sunday Igboho ní July 1st, 2021, 12 days after that ni àwọn lára àwọn tí a jọ ń ṣe ètò ni wọ́n gbé ìjọba lọ sí International Criminal Court. And all these also have evidence. Kí ni ìdí tá a ṣe gbé wọn lọ sí court? Ẹ jẹ́ kí n sáré brief gbogbo wa fáwa tí a bá rántí, kákọ̀ lè tún fi sínú record, nítorí pé gbogbo ohun tá à ń ṣe yìí ló ń wà documented fún àwọn tó máa ka ìtàn ilẹ̀ Yorùbá lẹ́yìn ìgbà tí gbogbo wa bá dàgbà, tá a bá dògbò, tá a bá lọ síbi tá gbà ń rè, àti pé láti lè fi mú ẹ̀rí pé iṣẹ́ tí wọ́n ń ṣe bọ̀ látìgbà tí a ti gbẹ́sẹ̀ lé Yorùbá Nation, ìyẹn bàbá wa Professor Adébánjí Akíntóyè àti gbogbo àwọn tó rògbà bàbá yẹn. We took the federal government of Nigeria to court, and that all happened right around July 13. July 13 the federal government and Nigeria government of President Buhari was taken to the International Criminal Court. And the purpose of such was to tell the world that the Yoruba people, the indigenous people, have not just been marginalized, but we have also been killed by the government. And this is just the copy of such documentation that we took the government to. The reference number is Oscar Tango Papa Charlie Romeo 290/21. Le Bureau de Procedure, the Office of the Prosecutor of the International Criminal Court, The Hague, on the 13th of July 2021. Dear Sir and Madam, the Office of the Prosecutor of the International Criminal Court acknowledges the receipt of your document and letter. This communication has been duly entered in the communication register of the office. We will give consideration of this communication as appropriate in accordance with the provisions of the Rome Statute of the International Criminal Court. Please note, this acknowledged letter does not mean an investigation has been opened, nor that an investigation will be opened by the Office of the Prosecutor. As soon as a decision is reached, we will inform you in writing and provide you with the reasons for this. Yours sincerely, Mark P. Dillion, Head of Information and Evidence Unit, Office of the Prosecutor. This was addressed to Ade Omojola, under the OAPC law. Eléyìí tí à ń mú wáyé, òun ni ẹ̀rí tó dájú tí àwọn tá à ń pè ní Yorùbá Strategic Alliance tó put together láti sọ fún ìjọba àgbáyé pé olóyè Dr. Sunday Igboho àti gbogbo àwa tí à ń béèrè fún ẹ̀tọ́ wa tíjọba Nàìjíríà tó ń ṣe kíni tó undermine wa is something that to ignore evil is to also become accomplice to it as well. Once again, the communique for the Office of the Prosecutor regarding the application to the International Criminal Court by Ade Remilekun Omojola, attorney at the law of US for the Yoruba Strategic Alliance and the undersigned Yoruba Civil Society Groups. Kí ni ìdí pàtàkì? Nítorí pé bí ti ṣe sọ, Chief Sunday Igboho is not fighting for himself. He's fighting for the Yoruba people. And this has led to him being the target, not today, not yesterday, but from the day one that he asked the same right that all countries around the world are also asking, which is under the right to self-determination. The bone of the severe, ongoing, essential violence, the insecurity that is suffered by the Yoruba at the hands of the Fulani, why the Fulani-dominated government, which has become a level in the hands of the Yoruba, in the hands will be Fulani conspirators, is a complicit in this acute and evil ambition. The Yoruba Strategic Alliance for Justice under the Roman Statute hereby files this submission and notice of request to the International Criminal Court for number one, the prosecutor to act pursuant to Article 15 and 2, and number two, to initiate the court jurisdiction to investigate pursuant to Article 15 and 3, and number three, the court to exercise its jurisdiction pursuant to Article 13C over the following government officials of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. So we are literally saying that Buhari, you already have a case, not just yourself alone. Ahmed Ibrahim Ali, the Control General of the Custom, Ibrahim Kontu Idris, Police former Inspector General, the Police former Inspector General, Muhammadu Adamu, the Police former Inspector General, Usman Akil Baba, the Police current Inspector General, Buratai Toka Yusuf, the former Chief of Army Staff, that is currently also making the push because he's currently the Nigerian ambassador to Benin Republic. Farouk Yahya, the current Chief of Army Staff, Sadiq Abubakar, Air Force former Chief of Air Staff, Ahmed Abubakar Udi, former Commandant General Security and Civil Defense Corps, Abdullahi Ghana Muhammad, the current Commandant General Security and Civil Defense Corps, Muhammad Bambadi, the Control General Immigration Service, and also the Attorney General Abubakar Malami, Lawyer, Minister of Justice. Cherry Gbogbo àwọn ojú tẹ̀ ń wò yìí, they already have a case with the International Criminal Court. But if they continue and it end up that an attack happened in Benin Republic, then the federal government is not just going to be facing more international situation with Benin Republic, but also with the Yoruba people that are asking for the right to self-determination. Like I said, this is 10 minutes past 11 p.m. Today is the 4th day of May 2023, as we are highlighting some of the pending case. The pending case is, again, like I said earlier, the United Nations Universal Declaration of Human Rights. The federal government of Nigeria must remember that he is a member of the United Nations, which in 1948 adopted the Universal Declaration of Human Rights, of which there is an ongoing violation of a lot of the several articles against the Yoruba, they set forth below in relevant. Let's talk about Article 3. Everyone has the right to life, liberty, and security of a person. The life and liberty and security of Dr. Chief Sunday Igboho presently is in the hands of God, but likewise in the hands of the government of Benin Republic. But Nigerian government, because of their evil crime that they continue to commit, are planning to make an attack into Benin Republic and then foil that onto Chief Sunday Igboho. We are saying it clearly to the federal government that any attack that occurred within the vicinity of Chief Sunday Igboho or outside his vicinity, the federal government of Nigeria will be held responsible for such an attack. Whether it is an attack by the, military, but in a proxy or disguise, whether it is an attack by individuals that have been used by the government and the incoming government, that will literally mean that the federal government and the incoming government will be held responsible, because under the Universal Declaration of Human Rights, Chief Dr. Sunday Igboho has the right to life, liberty, and the security which he is presently enjoying in Benin Republic, that the federal government of Nigeria or President Muhammadu Buhari is trying to truncate. President Buhari must remember that Nigeria is a member of United Nations, and we must remind him that Article 3 of these human rights gives what it takes for the protection, the continued protection and guarantee of Chief Sunday Igboho. Fún gbogbo ẹ̀yàn ọmọ Yorùbá tí àlàyé tá à ń ṣe níbí báyìí, òun ni pé Nàìjíríà gẹ́gẹ́ bí signatory fún United Nations. United Nations dẹ̀ ti jẹ́ ká mọ̀ pé ní 1948 ni wọ́n pe tán sọ pé Universal Declaration of Human Rights. Human Rights, ẹ̀tọ́ ọmọ ènìyàn, ẹ̀tọ́ tí bàbá wa Dr. Chief Sunday Igboho tí wọ́n ń jẹ ní Benin lọ́wọ́lọ́wọ́, ẹ̀tọ́ yẹn ni ìjọba Buhari fẹ́ truncate. Ìjọba Buhari fẹ́ lo ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ àwọn machinery tó máa penetrate wọnú Benin Republic, àmọ́ a fi ń tó wọn létí pé bó bá ṣẹlẹ̀ bóyá ní tòsí bàbá olóyè Sunday Igboho àbí tí kò bá ti ń ṣe tòsí wọn, ibikíbi tó bá ti ṣẹlẹ̀, wọn ò gbọ́dọ̀ sọ pé Chief Sunday Igboho ló ṣe é, nítorí pé ẹ̀rí ti wà pé ìjọba Buhari àti ìjọba tó ń bọ̀ wọ́n ń try pé kí wọ́n gbé ìta máa pè ní màdàrú wọnú Benin Republic àti gbogbo àyíká ẹ̀. Gbogbo tó bá ṣẹlẹ̀ kò ní ọwọ́ Chief Sunday Igboho nínú, nítorí pé he is not a criminal and is also must be given the Article 3 that says clearly that everyone has the right to life, liberty and security. Gbogbo tó bá ṣẹlẹ̀ ní wákàtí títí di May 29 tí wọ́n prepare, tí wọ́n try láti ṣe fúnra wọn, kó má involve bàbá wa olóyè Sunday Igboho, nítorí pé látìgbà tó ti wà nínú Benin Republic kò tí ì láǹfààní àti padà sínú Nàìjíríà. Inú Benin náà ló ń gbé, ló ń sùn, gẹ́gẹ́ bí in tí ó ń lò lọ́wọ́lọ́wọ́ tó ń pè ní Article 3. Article 3 tí bàbá wa olóyè Sunday Igboho láǹfààní àti máa jẹ òun ni right to life, nítorí pé Benin Republic kò lè guarantee pé tí wọ́n bá fún Nigerian government ní Chief Sunday Igboho nígbà tí wọ́n mú wọn ní Benin, his right to life will not be guaranteed. Not only that, wọ́n lè guarantee liberty Dr. Chief Sunday Igboho. Likewise, èyí tó ṣe kókó tó ṣe pàtàkì ni pé wọ́n lè guarantee security wọn. Ìdí tí wọ́n ṣe jẹ́ kí ìjọba Nàìjíríà kó hand over wọn fún. Lẹ́ẹ̀kan sí, màá tún sọ pé gbogbo ọmọ Yorùbá tó ń gbọ́ wa lálẹ́ yìí àti gbogbo àwọn tí ẹ ti gbọ́, ẹ má jẹ́ ká fòyà, ẹ má jẹ́ ká bẹ̀rù. Bí ṣe ń bá yín sọ̀rọ̀, security has been beefed up within the environment of Chief Sunday Igboho, Doctor, and likewise those that you are not going to see in uniform that are also monitoring his location. As I speak to you right now, he's not in any threat to his life, but we must say it clearly pé eléyìí tí wọ́n tún ṣe fi gbé jáde ó ní ọwọ́ not just Buhari nínú, ó lọ́wọ́ Tinubu náà nínú, and I'm saying it clearly that they must be very, very careful kí wọ́n má dá ìjà láàrin àwọn ọmọ Yorùbá tó ń bẹ nílùú Benin Republic àti ọmọ Yorùbá tó ń bẹ ní inú Nàìjíríà, nítorí pé ọmọ ìyá kan náà ni àwa méjèèjì. Once again, Article 5, no one shall be subjected to torture or to cruel, inhumane or degrading treatment or punishment. Màá fi tó yín létí pé a ti rí ẹ̀rí tó pọ̀ dáadáa nínú ìjọba Buhari pé wọ́n ti maltreat àwọn ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ èèyàn, nítorí pé tá bá rántí ìṣẹ̀lẹ̀ tó ṣẹlẹ̀ nígbà EndSARS, that is called cruel, inhumane and degrading treatment or punishment. Àwọn tó ń béèrè fẹ́tọ̀ wọn gẹ́gẹ́ báwa náà ṣe ń béèrè fẹ́tọ̀ wa, during the EndSARS, the federal government decided with the governor of Lagos State, Babajide Sanwo-Olu, by taking the military, switch off the light, open fire, and so many people got not just wounded, people were killed. As we speak today, justice have not been served. These are some of the reasons that have been presented already to Benin Republic, and that is why they've refused to allow the federal government to take Igboho. Nígbà tí wọ́n tí láǹfààní àti rí Igboho mú nínú Benin, they are now using what we can call a proxy fight. Proxy fight literally means that there are so many agents of people working with the government. You will see them coming out, wọ́n máa label oríṣiríṣi allegation against Igboho, and eventually, since they could not get the Benin Republic to work on their side, they might then be planning to do a different tactics. But like I said, there is no cause for alarm because extra security has been beefed up around Chief Sunday Igboho, Doctor. But let's go back again to Article 5. The Article 5 says, no one shall be subjected to torture. Millions of Nigerians have been subjected to torture under the government of Buhari in the last 8 years. Nigerians have gone into more, poverty, inflation, and also insecurity. And as I speak to us tonight, there are more Nigerians that have been killed because the government could not take good care of its citizens. Let's talk about Article 7. All are equal before the law and are entitled without any discrimination to equal protection of the law. We know that federal government of Nigeria under President Muhammadu Buhari has not just failed in the law itself, it has also abused the law by kidnapping, rendition, Nnamdi Kanu from Kenya, which also violated international law. Leni, Nnamdi Kanu is still not allowed to make use of the law in Nigeria because the law has already acquitted and discharged. Tó bá sọ pé èèyàn wà acquitted and discharged, that means pé kò ní ẹ̀sùn kankan lórí. But the federal government of President Buhari have refused to abide by the equal before the law and likewise discrimination because Nnamdi Kanu was kidnapped, rendition back. This also is the reason that Patrick Stallone continued to give the security and also protection of Dr. Chief Sunday Igboho. Let's talk about Article 8. Everyone has a right to an effective remedy by the competent national tribunal for act violating the fundamental right granted him by the Constitution or by law. Let's talk about the Article 8. Everyone has a right to an effective remedy. Ǹjẹ́ gbogbo ọmọ Nigeria, are you making use of any remedy? Because we know that in Oyo State, people that were participating in a peaceful rally end up spending 2 years even after the EndSARS have ended. Evidence is there, you can all go and check it. I'm talking about from the state level now. The governor of Oyo State decided to allow a prison break where Iskilu is nowhere to be found. But innocent Nigerians, specifically Yorubas, were kept in the prison during the EndSARS. And today, Article 8 literally means that these individuals have not been guaranteed their fundamental right. Let's talk about Article 13. Everyone has the right to freedom of movement and residence within the borders of each state. Since Chief Dr. Sunday Igboho could not get his freedom of movement anymore in his residence in Soka after the assassination attempt on his life, he has decided to remain in Benin Republic where his freedom of movement and residence is guaranteed. But why is President Muhammadu Buhari trying to truncate that movement, freedom of movement and his residence, even though he is far away from the borders of Nigeria? He has not been to Nigeria since he has been in Benin Republic, and there is no reason why President Buhari and the incoming president is making all attempt to make sure that Article 13 that Chief Sunday Igboho is presently enjoying in Benin Republic under a very good government, under the government that respects human rights, under the government that appreciates that international law must be respected. And like I said, Patrick Stallone has shown that Benin might be a country that is not to the population of Lagos State, but he has withstand the monster known as Nigeria that disrespect international law. We have seen so many times that the United Nations have requested, have asked that Nnamdi Kanu should be released. But as we speak to you today, the federal government of President Muhammadu Buhari have not respected that. And the reason all this is all happening is because both Chief Sunday Igboho, that is asking for his right under the self-determination, has not yet been given that right, but his right has been respected inside Benin Republic, and it seems that Article 13 is no longer working for so many Nigerians, but if you're in Benin Republic, you are likely to enjoy Article 13. Let's talk about Article 17. No one shall be arbitrarily deprived of his property. Coming to 2 years now, President Muhammadu Buhari has refused to not just pay the damage to the property of Chief Sunday Igboho. And for those that probably are not aware of these property damage, these are some of the pictures that occurred during the damage to Chief Sunday Igboho's house on the 1st of July. You can see that Article 13 says clearly, Article 17, no one shall be arbitrarily deprived of his property. But today, the so-called property of Chief Dr. Sunday Igboho was turned into a military training ground where you can see the bullet holes across the windows and the part of the buildings. You can see the blood of Adogon that was dragged from one of the living room where he was hiding for his life. The life that President Buhari could not respect. The life of not just Adogon that was killed, but also the brother to Chief Sunday Igboho, Alhaji Fatai. These two lives, as we speak to you, the bodies are still with the federal government. The question is, what has been the offense of these individuals that the family cannot even give them the last right, which is the right to burial according to their religion? This blood that you are seeing right now is the blood of Adogon that was literally dragged all the way from where he was assassinated, and then the body was not even respected. These are more different, bullets. And the question is, how did we get to where a country like Nigeria refused to respect not just the right of the citizen, but the right to life? And again, more bullet holes. All these are pictorial evidence that on the 1st of July 2021, it was an assassination attempt to the life of Chief Dr. Sunday Igboho. Vehicles were damaged. His living room was turned upside down into a training ground. And again, Article 17 stated clearly, no one, whether it is Dr. Oloye Sunday Igboho, whether it is just the average Nigerian, whether it is because you are popular, whether it is because you are not popular, whether because you are rich or you are not rich, no one shall be arbitrarily deprived of his property. But President Buhari, on the 1st of July, with some of the Yoruba politicians, decided to take the law into their hands to assassinate Chief Sunday Igboho by no evidence. Let me remind you, we have as many of so different terrorists that are operating in Nigeria today, but the government has failed to protect each one of them. The question then is, why has President Buhari left the most important part to protect Nigerians, but rather he has used more of his time to disrespect the right of Nigerians? Once again, this is not the goat or a cow cut blood. This is the blood of those that were killed right inside Chief Sunday Igboho's residence in Soka on the 1st of July, just about 72 hours before the rally that will have been held in Lagos State. Igboho ti béèrè pé ẹ̀ṣẹ̀ wo lòun ṣe tí ó fi wàrántì kí ẹ pa èèyàn sínú ilé òun. Ìyẹn àkọ́kọ́, ẹ̀ṣẹ̀ wo lòun ṣe láti béèrè ẹ̀tọ́ òun, nítorí pé ìbéèrè ẹ̀tọ́ ẹ̀ ó máa wà nínú ìwé òfin àgbáyé tí a ti fi ń wọ́nra wa láti ìgbà. Lẹ́ẹ̀kan sí, ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ ìbọn ló ré lu inú ilé bàbá wa Sunday Igboho. Bá dẹ̀ ti ṣe ń sọ, ohun tí Article 17 sọ London United Nations ni pé gbogbo èèyàn gbọ́dọ̀ di pé kò ní ní access sí property ẹ̀. À ń fi gbogbo eléyìí ràn wá nítorí pé ó dàbí ìgbà tá a bá ní àwa kan ti gbàgbé pé ikú ó wọnú ilé, ó tọ Àdògán, ó tọ Alhaji Fatai, àwọn tó súnmọ́ olóyè pẹ́kípẹ́kí. Òkú wọn bá ṣe ń sọ̀rọ̀ lẹ́yìn bí ọdún méjì àìtí rí òkú yẹn gbà. Kọ́lọ́run bá wa dúró ti àwọn mẹ̀lẹ́bí wọn. Lẹ́ẹ̀kan sí, ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ ìbọn ló ré wọnú ilé bàbá wa Dr. Olóyè Sunday Igboho. Àwọn wíńdò kò tẹ́ ń ṣe pé wọ́n yìnbọn fún, wọ́n lo sledgehammer, òun ló fi yọ wá sílẹ̀. Ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ roof ni wọ́n bàjẹ́, ilẹ̀kùn wọ́n gbọ́n yọ. Gbogbo ilé ni ìbọn, ọta ìbọn ló ré lù. Mọ́tò, ilé, gbogbo ẹ̀, ẹ̀jẹ̀ Àdògán òun lélẹ̀ tẹ́ ń wò yìí. Gbogbo àwọn tí wọ́n ti gbàgbé pé wọ́n pààyàn sínú ilé Dr. Olóyè Sunday Igboho rí, ẹ̀jẹ̀ Àdògán, lẹ́yìn ìgbà tí wọ́n pa Àdògán tán, wọ́n wá wọ́ òkú yẹn. Ẹ rí i pé wíwọ́ ni ẹ̀jẹ̀ yẹn pẹ̀lú bọ́dì ẹ̀ lọ́ fi jù sínú mọ́tò. Bí a ti ṣe ń sọ̀rọ̀ títí di wákàtí, ìjọba Nàìjíríà tí ẹni tó jẹ́ adarí ẹ̀, ìyẹn President Buhari, kò tíì fún wa níbi tí òkú yẹn wà kí a lè sin wọ́n gẹ́gẹ́ bí ìlànà tí wọ́n ń ṣe. Lẹ́ẹ̀kan sí, ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ ẹ wo gbogbo òkè, ọta àbọn òun lẹ̀ ń wò yẹn, nítorí pé ìtọ́ bá wá, wọ́n fẹ́ pa bàbá wa Olóyè Sunday Igboho mọ́nú ilé ni. Lẹ́ẹ̀kan sí, oríṣiríṣi mọ́tò tó ń bẹ nínú ilé, kò síbi tí ìbọn ò bá, nítorí pé àwọn tó wá wọ̀ kì í ṣẹyọ kan, bẹ́ẹ̀ wọ̀ kì í ṣe méjì. A wá ń béèrè lọ́wọ́ gbogbo ẹ̀yin ọmọ Yorùbá pé ẹ̀ṣẹ̀ wo gan ni Dr. Olóyè Sunday Igboho ṣe tó fi di pé adúrú intótó yìí ni ìjọba Buhari ló lọ fi kọlù wọn mọ́nú ilé? Kí ni ẹ̀ṣẹ̀? Ẹ wo intern sọ fún wa ni pé Buhari sì tún fẹ́ máa gbégbésẹ̀ lẹ́yìn ọ̀sẹ̀ mẹ́ta tó fẹ́ parí ìgbésẹ̀ tiẹ̀, ló tún wá ń ṣe pé wọ́n tún gbìyànjú láti dá wàhálà míì sílẹ̀ láàrin Yorùbá sí Yorùbá tó ń bẹ nílùú Bẹ̀nẹ̀ látìgbà tí bàbá wa ti wà nínú Bẹ̀nẹ̀. A gbọ́ ẹni wàhálà débi pé wọ́n máa ní bàbá wa Sunday Igboho ló ń dá wàhálà sílẹ̀. Kí ló wá dé tí Buhari àti èyí tó ń bọ̀ tí a mọ̀ sí Bọ́lá Ahmed Tinubu, kí ló dé tí wọ́n wá jọ ń gbèrò pé kó dá wàhálà sílẹ̀ kí wọ́n lè sọ pé Ìgbòho ló dá wàhálà sílẹ̀? Lẹ́ẹ̀kan sí, a máa fi tó gbogbo ọmọ àgbáyé, ẹ̀jẹ̀ tẹ́ ń wò yìí kò ń ṣẹ̀jẹ̀ adìyẹ, bẹ́ẹ̀ kò ń ṣe ẹ̀jẹ̀ ewúrẹ́ ẹ̀jẹ̀ ènìyàn tí wọ́n pa sínú ilé nìyẹn. Bá a ṣe ti ń sọ fún gbogbo wa pé àwọn tí wọ́n kó lọ níjọ́ náà lọ́hùn ẹ rántí pé wọ́n kó pọ̀lọpọ̀ lọ. Alhaji Fatai tó gẹ́gẹ́ bí màmá àbúrò màmá wọn wọ́n ṣaláìsí nínú ilé náà níjọ́ tí ọjọ́ burúkú tá à ń sọ ẹ̀. A wá ń sọ fún gbogbo ọmọ Yorùbá pé Adògán tó jẹ́ business partner àti olólùfẹ́ bàbá wa olóyè Sunday Igboho òun náà lẹ̀ ń wò yìí. Ẹ̀jẹ̀ òun ni aṣètúfín wọ̀nyí ẹ rí pé ẹ̀jẹ̀ yẹn wọ́n wọ láti inú ilé láti wọ síta. Ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ ti gbàgbé pé irú ìṣẹ̀lẹ̀ báyìí ó wáyé rí. Lára àwọn tó kó lọ náà ni ẹ̀ ń wojú wọn ní bíbà. Lẹ́ẹ̀kan sí ẹgbọ́n tí Article 17 sọ, no one shall be arbitrarily deprived of his property. Ṣe rí pé ọdún méjì nísìn bàbá wa olóyè Sunday Igboho kò tí ì láǹfààní kankan láti tẹsẹ̀ sínú àgbàlẹ̀ ní sókà nítorí pé kíni, nítorí pé ìṣẹ̀lẹ̀ tó ṣẹlẹ̀. Bá ti ṣe ń bá ètò yẹn lọ, mo fẹ́ ká máa fi ẹ̀mí bá lọ pé ẹ̀ṣẹ̀ wo gan ni Ìgbòho ṣe, kí ló lè fa ètò détò yìí tí Buhari wọlé ní pé àfi dandan. A dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ gbogbo àwọn èèyàn wa, àti wá dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ ìyá wa Lady K Ìfẹ́olúwa tí wọ́n ta wá lómi jí níjọ́ ọjọ́ burúkú tí à ń sọ yìí. Ẹ wo inú àgbàlá Ìgbòho, ara àwọn tó kó lọ náà ni ẹ̀ ń wò lọ́tùn lósì. Kọ́lọ́run bá wa foríjì Àdògán, kọ́lọ́run bá wa foríjì Alhaji Fatai, kọ́lọ́run foríjì gbogbo àwọn tó ti kú. Kódà bíyàn bá pa ológbò nílùú òyìnbó, a ní irú human right tí animal náà ní animal right wà. Àmọ́ ní Nàìjíríà, Buhari ò respect human right. Báwo ló ṣe wá fẹ́ respect animal right? And like I said, this is why we are coming out, just as all our medias have been out, just to portray that kí Buhari àti Bọ́lá Ahmed Tinubu kó má dá wàhálà sílẹ̀ láàrin àwa tí a jẹ́ ọmọ Yorùbá tí a wà ní inú Nàìjíríà àti ọmọ Yorùbá tó ń bẹ nínú Benin Republic. Bí a ti ṣe ń mú àwọn àwòrán ìwá sílẹ̀, màá tún sáré padà sí the last part, Article 23. Everyone has the right to work to free choice of employment. Bá a ti ṣe ń sọ̀rọ̀ lénìí, Nàìjíríà kò wà fún bàbá wa lóyè láti jẹ́ kó ṣe iṣẹ́ kankan. Àkáǹtì ilé owó wọn wọ́n ti tì pa. Bẹ́ẹ̀ kẹ̀rẹ́ gbogbo ohun tó ń pè ní bísínẹ́sì wọn ó ti wà grounded nítorí pé federal government sọ pé kò ní right láti padà sínú Nàìjíríà, kò dẹ̀ ní right láti run ní business kankan mọ́. Àmọ́ àwọn terrorists ń lọ tó ń bọ̀ tí ìjọba ò rí kankan ṣe sí. And just to finish this up, jurisdiction, the federal government of Nigeria signed the Roman Statute ní June 1st, 2000. Ìjọ tí ìjọba Nàìjíríà sign fún United Nations nìyẹn. Therefore, pursuant to Article 12 of the Roman Statute, Nigeria is a state party and therefore subject to the jurisdiction of the International Criminal Court over violations of the following articles against the Yoruba set forth below in the relevant part. Article 6, genocide, killing members of the group. B, causing serious bodily or mentally harm to members of the group. C, deliberately inflicting on the group conditions of life calculated to bring about physical destruction in the whole part. And that goes on and on and on. Let me state clearly that Igboho will not be a stake for the federal government. Tí federal government bá ń wá àwọn tó fẹ́ fi ṣe stake, tó fẹ́ fi ṣe súyà, tó fẹ́ fi ṣe in tó máa di pé wọ́n á máa fi lébẹ́lì olóyè, àfi tó federal government pé you have failed woefully. Gbogbo plans yín pátápátá has been exposed, and we will continue to highlight these plans because this plan is not conducive for not just Igboho, also those surrounding him, and likewise Professor Adebanji Akintoye. Ibi tí a máa rí mọ ní alẹ́ yìí nìyẹn. Lẹ́ẹ̀kan sí i, mo fẹ́ kí gbogbo wa ká fi ọkàn wa balẹ̀ nítorí pé bí ìjọba Nàìjíríà ṣe ń gbé ẹsẹ̀, tó bá ti ń gbé ẹsẹ̀ yẹn, a máa fi tó gbogbo ọmọ Yorùbá létí and the whole international community, from the African Union up to the United Nations, up to the ECOWAS, up to the European Union, up to any other international forum. This is how far we can go tonight. And like I said, we will continue to keep an update. But lẹ́ẹ̀kan sí, Chief Sunday Igboho is doing very well, but we will keep you up to date should we have any other update. Thank you so much for staying tuned with us tonight. Thank you so much for going through with us in the last an hour, 20 minutes. This is the breaking news, and this is the breakdown to what has happened in the last few hours, so that the clarity is almost not going to be different from what you've heard before. My name again is Ola Yomi Koiki, the spokesman for Dr. Sunday Igboho, and I'll be giving more updates as we have it later. Have a very good evening, good afternoon, good morning, and let us remind ourselves that Chief is not fighting for himself. Chief is fighting the cause for every one of us.
Fúlàní jí wa gbọ́n pa wá, so ìdí ni ìdàgbé òfin ọ̀fẹ́ tàkà wọ ọ̀dọ́ ká jáde fúnra ká fáìtì ẹ̀tọ́ wa ká béèrè ráìtì wa lọ́wọ́ àkókò yìí, so ìdí ni ẹ̀dí mo fi ń ṣe pé ẹni Fúlàní ẹ̀sìnmẹ̀ náà jí ni gbé ni ó kò lórí ilẹ̀ Yorùbá. Igangan báyìí ṣé ẹ lè sọ pé peace ti padà síbẹ̀ báyìí. Àlàáfíà ti wà ní gẹ́gẹ́ àwọn ará gàngán confirm ẹ̀pá àlàáfíà ti wà, so kéde ẹ̀sìn bẹ̀ nìkan mo sọ tẹ́lẹ̀ síwájú pé kì í ṣe ìgàngán nìkan ni àjẹ ká la gbogbo ilẹ̀ Yorùbá pátápátá lápapọ̀ láti máa béèrè. Ẹ jẹ́ ká dúpẹ́ lọ́lọ́ ká dúpẹ́ lọ gómìnà Ògùn state náà fúnra wọn náà sọ pé àwọn nífẹ̀ẹ́ wọ́n fi hàn pé àwọn nífẹ̀ẹ́ àwọn tí àwọn ń ṣèjọba lé lórí, because tí gómìnà bá nífẹ̀ẹ́ àwọn mẹ̀kúnnù tó ń ṣèjọba lé lórí Ògùn state kò ní gbà wá láì pé káwá fèsì àwọn Fúlàní ẹ̀sìn náà. So fúnra ìjọba ló sọ pé ó ti tó gẹ́ fáwọn Fúlàní ẹ̀sìn torí pé àwọn tóun ń ṣèjọba lé lórí lẹ̀ ń pa, so ìdí ni ìta fi wá sóògùn state lé ní. ṣé táwọn pàdé tẹ́tí ní gómìnà báyìí. mi tí ì rí wọn, but èmi ò pé ibi tó ju ìjàmbá wà lẹ́ka kọ́kọ́ lọ tàbá lé àwọn Fúlàní tàbá lé tán a máa padà lọ bá ìjọba láti kí wọn. àtẹwọ́ a lọ sí yewa lánàá báyìí torí pé a rí pé ibẹ̀ gangan ni àwọn Fúlàní ajínigbé yìí ni wọ́n ti ń ṣe jàǹbá fún àwọn ọmọ Ògùn state mú pọ̀ jù, tó ibẹ̀ gangan là ń lọ sí báyìí.
a gbọ́ pé àwọn ọmọ Yorùbá wọ́n ń gbàgbọ́ ní fún ṣóòtọ́ ni àbí ẹ rí support látọ̀kọ́ Yorùbá.
èmi ò tí ì rí Yorùbá kankan tí mo lè sọ fún gbàgbọ́ ni ṣètò understand, because gbogbo Yorùbá ló dìde ìjà bá ń jà ìjà gbogbo Yorùbá ni ẹ lè rí pé àti mùsùlùmí àti Christian gbogbo ẹnìbọn ní ń jà, kìí pé jà Ìgbòho nìkan, gbogbo wa là ń jà, gbogbo Yorùbá ló ń jà, kò sí pé Yorùbá kan ń gbé àbọ̀dẹ̀ fẹ́ nìkan kan. káde dúpẹ́ lọ́gbọ́ àwọn tó wà ní diaspora rí gbogbo ọ̀nà dìde tán, so gbogbo àwọn ọba náà ti dìde, gbogbo àwọn ọba ti dìde, everybody ti dìde, kò sí pé bóyá Ààrẹ Ọ̀nà Kakanfò náà dìde ó ń bínú, so gbogbo wa là ń bínú papọ̀, kìí ṣe pé Yorùbá kan ń sẹ́gbàbọ̀dẹ̀, so ìjà bá ń jà ìjà gbogbo Yorùbá ni ọ̀dẹ̀ ti dópin ẹ̀ náà kò sẹ́ náà.
Which is it for you, Dr. Obadiah? Do you think the government is unwilling or unable to protect the people of Southern Kaduna?
In fact, it is not only unable, it is unwilling, and we have good reason to feel that they are part and parcel of the killers. Let me make some revelations to you.
That's a very big allegation, Dr. Obadiah. The government is part and parcel of the killers. That's big.
Yes. Okay. How will the government just say, oh, it is revenge killing and so on? Then you leave it there. Oh, because it is revenge killing and so on and so forth. The body language of this administration, the body language of the state government shows clearly that they have a hand in the killings. No doubt about it. Because you see, General Abacha, and people don't give him his due. Do you think you would have tolerated such nonsense? And let me make some revelations, because some of us also have our own intelligence networks.
Okay.
Have met with some of the bandits. We have met with some of their high commanders. One or two who have repented. They have sat down with us, not once, not twice. They told us that one of the northern governors is the commander of Boko Haram in Nigeria. Boko Haram and the bandits are one and the same thing. They have a sophisticated network. During this lockdown, their planes were moving up and down as though there was no lockdown. Moving ammunitions, moving logistics, moving money, and distributing them in different parts of the country. They are already in the south, in the rainforests of the south. They are everywhere. They told us that when they finish these rural killings, they will move to phase 2. The phase 2 is they will go into the urban cities, going from house to house, killing prominent people. I can tell you, this is the game plan. By 2022, they want to start a civil war in Nigeria.
What do they expect of us now that this war is on our doorstep? Of course, there has got to be civil mobilization. And if we keep waiting for this to be centrally handled, we're all going to become, if we're not already slaves in our land. That to me is personally intolerable. It's not an acceptable condition. And whatever it takes.
Perhaps singular among this body's achievements stands the Universal Declaration of Human Rights, which is the standard by which our forebears challenged us to measure ourselves. They made clear in 1948, human rights are the basis for all that we seek to achieve. And yet today, in 2022, fundamental freedoms are at risk in every part of our world. From violations of Xinjiang, detailed recent reports by the Office of the UN High Commissioner, to the horrible abuses against pro-democracy activists and ethnic minorities by the military regime in Burma, to the increased repression of women and girls by the Taliban in Afghanistan. And today, we stand with the brave citizens and the brave women of Iran, who right now are demonstrating to secure their basic rights. But here's what I know. The future will be won by those countries that unleash the full potential of their populations, where women and girls can exercise equal rights, including basic reproductive rights, and contribute fully to building stronger economies and more resilient societies. Religious and ethnic minorities can live their lives without harassment and contribute to the fabric of their communities. The LGBTQ plus individuals live and love freely without being targeted by violence. Where citizens can question and criticize their leaders without fear of reprisal. The United States will always promote human rights and the values enshrined in the UN Charter in our own country and around the world.
Every one of us must rise up. The armed forces are not neutral. They collude. They collude. They collude with the armed bandits. They kill people, kill Nigerians. They facilitate their movements. They cover them. If you are depending on the armed forces to stop the killings, you will all die one by one.
owó kọ̀ọ̀kan ní máa fi ìdáná bọ́kọ̀ ní ṣe fi pariwo oúnjẹ wá tilẹ̀kùn tó ilé ajáde síta sẹ́ẹ̀tì mi ti gbé sórí tébù mú ọlọ́mú sẹ́ẹ̀tì mi bí mo kọ́kọ́ ṣe mú sẹ́ẹ̀tì ọkọ̀ rí àwọn pípì ọdún méje wọlé ó dáadáa bí àwọn ọmọ mi gbé ìbọn dání àwọn mẹ́ta ọ̀nà wọn ní àdá wọ́n wá sọ pé wọ́n bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí haúsá sọ̀rọ̀ wọ́n ní súbàbà fúlàní wọ́n ní sú kìnnàpà ni ọ̀làwọn kì í ṣe fúlàní pé kìnnàpà wọ́n ní kí n gbé owó wá wọ́n wá sọ haúsá pé báńdé kùdí wọ́n ní àpò kùdí wọ́n ní báńdé kùdí wọ́n kí n gbé wá wọ́n ní mi lò bí kan ṣe bá mọ́mọ́ nàlàyà ìkọ́ tẹ̀lé ọkọ̀ mú pé.
Thank you so much. Good night, everybody.